Things are going to get worse before they get better.
President Biden is backing his defense secretary despite calls for him to resign over a mysterious hospital stay. It was reported that Secretary Lloyd Austin was in intensive care for 3 days while nobody told the president or even the deputy who took over Austin's duties.
70-year-old Secretary Austin was rushed to the intensive care unit in an ambulance on New Year's Day, suffering a complication from an elective medical procedure he had on December 22nd. The next day, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Austin's chief of staff, and his spokesman all knew about the hospitalization. But no one told Austin's deputy, who had assumed his duties, the White House chief of staff or the national security advisor, until 2 days later when President Biden was finally informed.
Why didn't you tell him?
That's why.
John, what kind of commander-in-chief is President Biden that at a time when American forces are under fire in the Middle East, he can go days without knowing that his defense secretary is in a hospital bed? Why should we believe anything that this administration tells us about anything ever again?
I think we all recognize, and I think the Pentagon has been very, very honest with themselves about the challenge to credibility by what has transpired here and
this is the best that the government, the U.S. government, can come up with.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we all recognize that this didn't unfold the way it should have on so many levels, not just the notification process up the chain of command, but the transparency issues. We all recognize that.
And now a brief history of the Biden administration.
And you ain't black.
There are a lot of questions tonight after the Secret Service found what's believed to be a bag of cocaine at the White House.
Trans model and activist Rose Montoya went topless at a White House Pride event just moments after shaking hands with President Biden.
Are we topless at the White House?
Oh, so they basically opened Hunter's laptop on the South Lawn.
Official with the Biden administration is accused of stealing luggage from Harry Reid Airport.
The 8 News Now investigators learning a felony warrant has been issued for Sam Brinton, a deputy assistant secretary in the Biden administration.
He must work out.
It's looking like the Bidens may have to send their dog to a doghouse somewhere other than the White House. Commander has now attacked at least 11 times, and he's being called a significant hazard.
I wonder where a guy, an everyday Joe like myself, can find a little action.
America is back.
It's a dangerous world out there for a toy.